You guys, I want to share with this with you one more time. These glasses that I'm wearing right now. I told you guys before that there was a. I can't call him a friend because I've never even spoke to him. Uh, but somebody told me this information about these uh, yellow lenses protecting your eyes from these LED headlights and shit at night, folks. Uh, the guy that I heard this from is the Fullerton Informer. Joe's his name, out of California. Now, if you can go on his channel, the Fullerton Informer. He's got all kinds of channels, folks, web pages, everything. But he drives around at night with these. I think they're ski goggles. That you know how ski goggles are that cover your nose, or does it cover your nose? I'm not sure if it covers your nose, but they're as big as like something you would use to dive into the ocean or something with. And I've kind of snickered and laughed at him for wearing those driving at night. But let me tell you, folks, and I've been listening to this guy talk about these LED headlights and shit on these cars is destroying our retinas and shit. Now, the eye that is my worst eye is the left side, which is the side that all them cars come from, all them LED lights come from. Now, and people, I drove semis for 14, 15 years down many interstates at night. I ran at night to stay away from traffic. So I would set my days up to where I would run. If it wasn't dark, it was getting ready close to be dark. All the truck drivers were getting into the truck stops and shit. And I ran at night. And so I've seen these LED lights for years, and now they're on every fucking thing. And in the time frame that this guy's been telling me about this stuff, I've been watching his videos and stuff. This eye has, I gotta have these, folks, to read shit. I gotta have these to actually, because I know what's on the wall behind me. I could read it, but if I didn't know what it was, I really couldn't read it. I mean, without these on. Now, driving down the road's a different thing, but at night, these damn lights, these high beam, or they're not even high beams, they're just LED lights. They're so bright, man, especially on these damn trucks and some of these cars, but these trucks, it's got these big square ass fucking lights now. I flash my high beams at them, and they flash their high beams at me. Fuck, and I'm like, oh shit. I mean, it's gotten to the point in the last few years, I don't even drive at night anymore. But if I haven't made enough money here, I don't know. In Ohio, it gets dark at 5 o'clock. We're dark. Is that going on everywhere else? I mean, because during the summer it was 9:30. So are you guys telling me there's a 4.5 hour difference, and we only turn back the clocks an hour? Something's fucked up. 5 o'clock here in Ohio with all the overcast, all the, I know you guys don't know what a chemtrail is, all the contrails. 5 o'clock, it's dark around here, people. They're turning on their fucking headlights and shit. It starts blinding the fuck out of me. With these glasses, and these glasses, folks, they are actually a safety glasses that I bought years ago when I used to do a lot of indoor shooting ranges. That's why I have them. And this guy, I've heard him in so many videos saying this, and it got to the point, as we're getting later, 5 o'clock, it's dark. And with my job, it ain't paying no money, so it seems like if I can if I can work an hour or two of dark, I can make a little bit of money. Maybe it's because they can't see either. It might be this exactly it. But it seems like right around dark, shit starts picking up. So I started wearing these. And people, if there ain't no light around, no car lights around, or I'm talking about there has to be some light, or you're not gonna see your hand right here. But I'm saying, if there ain't no cars running up and down the road, these glasses right here don't look any different. You're not missing anything that you would see if you didn't have them on. You're not missing anything. You're going to see everything that you would see even if you didn't have them on. What they do is break up the doo-doo. Did I just say doo-doo? What they do is break up those bright-ass fucking lights that are on these vehicles. Even if somebody has their high beams on, it's not as intense, man. Some of these lights, man, these LED lights, if I don't have these on, it just blurs this freaking eye just so bad. I might as well just do this and drive with one eye. But with these on, man, people, I'm telling you, I've been testing this for a week or so, and it's helping me at night. I had them on just before I pulled in here. So I want to give you guys that, and I hope you can. I hope you guys try it. It's helping me. I guarantee you. If I'm driving at night from now on, and and I forget that I've got these on, and I walk into businesses and stuff, and nobody has asked me yet. But I'm waiting for somebody to go, man, it's 10 o'clock at night. Why are you wearing them glasses? But they are good for driving, folks. If you put them on, try it. Go down a dark road and take it on and off. You'll see you don't see any more without them on than you see with them. You don't see. Yeah, I said that right. You don't see any more without them on than you see with them on. So, but they do help with all these LED lights, man. Anybody wants to prove me wrong on that, come and get in my head, I guess, and look through my eyes. But I didn't come up with this, so evidently it's helping more than just me. I don't even remember why I was getting into this. Why? Just to let you guys know about these glasses, yeah. Something about my first car. Oh, I was, yeah, the same guy that told me about these told me something about what most of us don't even really have anymore because of all the new technology about these. Now, I want you to go to Fullerton Informer, look up who that guy is, and find out what I'm telling you about these. He also says to keep these around, and I believe him on it. And I want you to check that out. That's up to you if you do or don't. But I was looking at these old CDs. Now I don't listen to music anymore, folks. I haven't. And believe me, I raised my kids on classic rock, all of it. AC/DC was one of my favorite bands. Oh, right here on top, Molly Hatchet. Molly Hatchet was one of my favorite bands. Van Halen. Come on, folks. I was classic rock. But, and you guys got to understand, when I was a kid, it went from reel to reel. My brother even owned a reel to reel. He was 4 years younger than me. It went from reel to reel to 8-track, which I had in my first car, an 8-track. It was a Pioneer Super Tuner, they called it. It was, back then, it was one of the, or not one of the best, but it was one of the most popular, let's just say. 8-track. Then it went to cassette. Then it went to these. And then it's what it is today. But I don't listen to music anymore. But I did have, like I said, in my very first car, folks. I paid $200 for it for somebody my mom worked with. They had a car they wanted to get rid of. And she had a son that wanted to buy one that only had $200. This guy said I could have it. 1973 Plymouth Fury. 2-door coupe. Had the 318 2-barrel in it, folks. This car, and I tell you, my dad was a painter and I was a painter. Me and my dad rolled and brushed. It had a black vinyl top on it that was shredded pretty much. And the body was almost like a sky blue. And so my dad, I was telling him, man, I'm ripping that top off. I ripped the top off. It was all rusty and shit, so I sanded the shit out of it. And me and my dad, and sanded the whole damn car, and fucking me and my dad rolled and brushed a coat of oil-based paint on my very first car. I couldn't afford nothing else, so he had the paint and he mixed it, and we rolled and brushed it on. Now, this was during the summer, the humid months of the summer in Indiana, and this fucking oil-based paint, even after about 3 months, if you touched it in certain spots, you'd have paint on your fucking hands or on your clothes or whatever. It was like the shit never set up. It was not automobile paint, folks. But we did it. I drove that damn car, $200, people. I drove that thing back and forth to Florida at least 4, 5, 6 times. I don't even remember. But when I got out of the military, first thing I did they put me on a bus. They flew my ass into the military. But when they medically discharged me under honorable conditions over my heart and lungs, they put me on a fucking Greyhound bus going home from Fort Sill, Oklahoma back to Indianapolis, Indiana. And when I got home, I loaded that fucking car up and I packed that sumbitch and went to Florida. Well, I ran back and forth a couple of years there with that car. And then my dad, because I was running back and forth, my dad decided he was going to go down one winter with me. And he took his motor home, went down. And then that happened a couple of years. And then they moved down there. So, but, why did I tell you that? I don't know. You guys have a good one. This was just Watachee talking, running his mouth. Nobody's listening anyway, so I like talking to myself. Nobody to argue with. Well, sometimes I do. You guys have a good one.